Around 2 years ago, I have created an artwork based on some chemistry inspired, kind of like weird graph looking artworks. I tried to make it look like some kind of bacteria. I remember I was inspired by some sicknesses that I had looked up online. I was researching, I think, some type of cancer module or something like this, and I made a little artwork based on this 2 years ago. It was around January 2016, somewhere around this time. And today I was kind of scrolling through my Instagram, through my very old posts, and I found this really old drawing. And I decided it would be maybe interesting to do a little redo of how I would have done this drawing now. So I went online, I looked up these cancer modules once more, and I kind of studied them for a while. I sketched some on pencil and I did some studies, and then I went directly on to drawing this newer version of it. First off, in the older version I didn't know what the line of motion was or anything that technical, so in this piece I definitely wanted to improve in the technical aspects of the piece. Not only that, but I wanted to add better depth. I think the line background just made the things clash a lot, so I decided to go for a more simplistic background in this image. It actually turned out to be quite okay. I actually quite like the result of this, but it was quite different from the original piece. You can definitely still see the inspiration of it. I tried to use the dot work as the shading in this piece, but actually following some sort of light source that I didn't pay attention for in the first one. I tried to use some great markers as well, and some writing in my weird alien language to just show this weird chemistry feeling a bit better. I made it look kind of like a diagram with some lines pointing, but not really like some of my other diagrams, not as many lines. I just thought some small details would make it look better. I tried to focus more on the main shapes, more on the flow of the piece as well, and stuff like this. I tried to keep the minimalistic background to fit the original background that I had done, which was some sort of triangular shape. But this time, instead of only adding one and not detailing at all, I thought of adding two triangles kind of parallel to each other and making them more detailed too. And in the end, it actually turned out a lot better. I really like the composition in this piece, and I thought it would turn out a lot more interesting than the old artwork. Anyways, let me talk a little bit about the piece itself, how long it took to make and stuff like this. In total, this took actually not that long. I thought it was going to take a lot longer, but in total it only took like 2.5 hours, which is not too bad for such a detailed artwork. Definitely not the longest piece I've ever created. And it was made using some Staedler fineliners in different widths to create line variation, and some Copic markers and neutral grays to add some shading, some simple basic stuff on the molecules. I tried to work only using some kind of sketchbook and the old drawing as inspiration. So yeah, that's all that I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.